They say the devil is in the details, and these images bring that phrase to life in the most stunning way. At first glance, it might fool you. It's the kind of portrait that pulls you in, tempting you to lean closer, searching for flaws that reveal its true nature. But you won't find any. Every pore, every stray hair, every delicate shadow is crafted with such incredible precision that it looks like a high-definition photograph. Here's the twist. This isn't a photograph. It's a drawing, an awe-inspiring masterpiece created by Oscar Ukonu, with the same tool most of us use to jot down grocery lists or sign paperwork, a ballpoint pen. At the heart of Oscar Ukonu's work is his relentless pursuit of perfection. Becoming the mastermind of hyper-realistic portrait art takes more than just technical skill. It demands an obsessive commitment to detail, patience, and an almost unnatural ability to see the world in its most minute intricacies. Oscar's portraits are instantly recognizable. His signature blue tones, paired with stark white backgrounds, place his subjects in an otherworldly space. Their expressions, often a mix of introspection, detachment, and quiet power, demand attention, making it impossible to look away. What inspired me mostly is because I have seen people do it. Artisans who don't have professional tools, but when they look around them and see something they can use, something that is available for them, they turn it into greater works that people who have the professional tools will envy them, Oscar explains. To create his pieces, he uses 3 drawing techniques: hatching, cross-hatching, and scribbling. Each stroke with his ballpoint pen is a calculated decision, where no line is too small and no shadow too subtle to be overlooked. The result? A kind of ethereal blue glow that not only adds a dreamlike quality to his work, but also highlights every pore, wrinkle, and hair with startling clarity. But Oscar isn't just drawing faces, he's capturing souls. Each glimmer of light, each fold of skin, tells a story. His work doesn't simply mimic reality, it embodies it. His portraits pull you into a world where every single detail matters, challenging the way we see and interpret human emotion. So, why make art that looks like a photograph? It's a question we've explored before in our video about Chinese artist Lang Jun. For Oscar, it's not about precision for its own sake. It's about magnifying what's often overlooked. The quiet strength in a gaze, the fleeting emotions that might otherwise slip by unnoticed. By creating pieces that blur the line between reality and representation, Oscar invites us to pause, to look closer, to truly see. In a world oversaturated with images that demand instant consumption, his art pulls us into a slower, deeper engagement, forcing us to reconsider how we perceive the people and world around us. Oscar's story begins in Nigeria, where he was born in 1993. His love for art started when he was just 9 years old, doodling as a hobby in a bustling city where practicality often overshadowed creativity. Back then, his passion for drawing was seen as a quirk, not a calling. He remembers doing a lot of pencil drawing at first, then later transitioning to rapidograph ink pens, those extra fine pens often used in technical drawing. He thought he could find something better than those ink pens, so he spent a lot of time exploring different mediums and drawing tools. In 2014, after much experimentation, he circled back to the everyday ballpoint pen, and it just clicked. The medium gave him far more flexibility to express himself on paper than anything else he'd tried. This helped him develop his core hyper-realistic rendering skills and defined his work into what it is today. The pen's unforgiving nature, its inability to be erased, made it a challenge, but it also became a perfect fit for his vision. To Oscar, the pen mirrored life itself. Every mark is permanent, every stroke counts. What makes his journey even more inspiring is that Ukonu is a self-taught artist, a fact that underscores his remarkable dedication and perseverance. Teaching himself to master a medium as unconventional and meticulous as ballpoint pen art was no small feat. His early years were marked by countless hours of trial and error, refining his technique and learning to express his ideas with precision. The road to where he is now was challenging, demanding not only talent, but immense discipline, patience, and resilience. One of Oscar's artworks can require up to 10 pens and over 200 hours of painstaking effort. His creative process is as meticulous as his drawings. Before he even puts pen to paper, he spends weeks brainstorming ideas, sketching concepts, and conducting photo shoots. For each piece, he might take between 100 and 200 photos, narrowing them down to about 20 reference images that inform the final artwork. During the drawing process, I work with multiple photographs, exaggerating or toning down details as needed, Oscar explains. This step is crucial. It liberates the emotions from the frozen mechanics of photography, allowing me to create something truly unique. His work is deeply rooted in Afro-realism, a lens through which he portrays the African experience with authenticity and depth. This philosophy drives him to create pieces that reflect the reality of Black existence, celebrating its beauty, resilience, and complexity. His iconography blends personal and cultural references, weaving together the threads of heritage and individuality to depict the richness of Black identity in a globalized world. Through intricate lines and layers, Oscar crafts visual stories that resonate on both personal and universal levels. For years, Oscar worked in relative obscurity, honing his craft with cheap pens and an obsessive drive to perfect his technique. Then, in 2016, everything changed. A video of Oscar drawing went viral, showing his steady hand building layer upon layer until a lifelike portrait emerged. The internet was captivated, and Oscar became an overnight sensation. In 2020, his groundbreaking work caught the attention of the iconic pen brand, Bic. They featured him in a global ad campaign that turned his creative process into a spectacle, almost a sacred ritual. The campaign propelled Oscar into international fame, proving that even the simplest tools can create extraordinary art. Despite his fame, Oscar's art remains deeply personal. It's not just about hyperrealism. It's about capturing the raw, unfiltered truth of human experience. His drawings remind us that beauty often lies in the imperfections we tend to overlook. In Oscar's hands, the humble ballpoint pen becomes something extraordinary, a bridge between the ordinary and the extraordinary. His work forces us to rethink the very nature of art, how the simplest tools can be used to capture the most complex emotions. Through his dedication, Oscar Ukonu proves that the line between ordinary and extraordinary isn't about the tools you have, it's about how far you're willing to push them. And with his steady hand and unrelenting vision, Oscar has pushed the ballpoint pen to places it was never meant to go. He's living proof that creativity has no boundaries. Sometimes all it takes to craft something extraordinary is a fresh perspective and an endless well of patience. So, how do you feel about Oscar Ukonu's extraordinary drawing skills? Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button and subscribe for more art adventures. I'll see you in the next one.